Hi, my name is Kurt Richter, and my wife and I are missionaries, Christian missionaries here in Cambodia. We originally came to Cambodia actually about 10 years ago, and I had a job to build the U.S. Embassy. And while we were here, we fell in love with the Cambodian people. And it was during that time that my wife and I were feeling called into mission. And it was kind of interesting that we kept running into a couple that had started a coffee ministry in the States, and they were raising funds through the sale of coffee to support an orphanage in Sudan. And after about the fifth accidental meeting of this couple in the States, we felt like maybe God was calling us to start a Christian social enterprise of making coffee. And so in early 2010, we began this process. And it's been an amazing trip. You can literally, my wife and I knew a little bit about coffee, but God basically helped us with everything, helped us with all the equipment, with all the employees, helped us with our vision. At the time we were missionaries primarily over here to build a medical facility. And we received a whole new vision with Three Corner Coffee, which was to create a Christian social enterprise where we could provide jobs for the Christian community. These are our coffee grinding machines, and these particular machines we use for doing a drip ground coffee. Explain a little bit to you about our roasting, the way we roast our coffee. We use a hot air roaster. It's a little bit different than a drum roaster. The hot air roaster, actually, we have a pressure fan and then a propane burner, and it sucks in hot air, and the beans actually float in a cushion of hot air instead of in roasting on a hot drum. Blending machine. It's actually, you can see it's called a V blender. You can tell by the shape. And it rotates very slowly. And what we actually roast each one of our beans separately. It became very clear early on that God wanted us to work with an organization called the White Lotus Project. And their mission is to help people that are at risk of being exploited in Cambodia. We also felt very called to work through a local church. It's called the New Life Fellowship. And actually most of our employees come through the New Life Fellowship Church. And so we feel very blessed to be able to work with them and to be able to offer these jobs.